It's cool. What do we got here?
We have a Warwick Buzzard bass guitar, prototype number 5, that was designed and owned by John Entwistle from The Who.
Okay. I grew up on The Who. To me, it always seemed like they never got the credit that the Beatles and the Rolling Stones got, but to me, they're just as important.
Yes, sir.
John Entwistle, this guy was a rock star bass guitarist. He didn't just sit there and pluck strings like most guys did in the bass. This guy played his bass like a lead guitarist did.
Correct.
And it was what, in the 1980s, he was looking for a new style of bass, and he collaborated with Warwick, and this is what they came up with, this Buzzard bass. All right, so, I mean, there's got to be some kind of backstory to this. Why don't you give it to me?
Originally, I was going to trade a Rickenbacker to Godfrey Townsend, who was the guitar player and lead vocal in the John Entwistle band. But unfortunately, John passed away before we could complete the deal, so I ended up buying that from Sotheby's when they auctioned off the John Entwistle collection.
Okay, you got any kind of paperwork showing me that it was John Entwistle's?
I do. This is the paperwork from the auction, and it shows me as the purchaser.
Okay, so you definitely got something pretty important here. Now, how much are you trying to get out of this thing?
I would like to get $15,000, Corey.
Okay, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at the number. Do you mind if I take some pictures and send it over to my guitar expert, Dave, have him take a look at it?
I do not mind at all.
Okay, pretty impressive piece of equipment here. All right, well, come with me. We'll go do the video chat. I'm sure by then he'll be able to get back to us.
Okay, Corey.
Let's see if I can get him on here real quick. Hey, Dave, how's it going?
Hey, Corey, how are you?
Going all right. So you got the pictures I sent you, right?
I did. It was cool bass.
So what can you tell me about the bass?
John Entwistle designed that bass. He drew it on a napkin in a club in London in '85 with the guy that owned Warwick. He'd been playing Alembic basses prior to that, and he had him build basically a prototype of the design, his drawing of the Buzzard. Those were not for sale. I believe the first 20 all went to him. That one's one of the early ones, number 5. I'm assuming that came out of the John Entwistle auction.
Yes.
We have all the paperwork from the auction company.
Correct.
So there's no question about the validity of it.
Okay, so in your opinion, what do you think this one's worth?
I'm thinking around $8,000.
Around 8,000, okay. Well, Dave, I appreciate you taking my call. I will let you know if we pick it up, okay?
Good luck. Hope you get it.
Appreciate it, man. Bye. So, I mean, I just gotta say, normally when somebody's asking me for $15,000 and I'm basically telling you I can't even offer you half of that, is it even worth our time to make an offer to each other?
I don't think so, not at this time, Corey. We're too far apart.
Kind of got that feeling. Well, I appreciate you bringing it. Come with me and I'll get you back out front, okay?
Thank you, sir.
What do we got here?
We have a vintage leather Fender jacket.
Okay. So tell me about where you got it.
So I got it at a vintage store, and this was the only one that was there. I've not been able to find anything about this jacket whatsoever.
Okay. Fender started off in a small shop in Fullerton, California. Yeah, I think the first instrument that they actually made and created was a Hawaiian lap steel guitar, not a Stratocaster or anything like that. And then, boom, there's nothing more rock star than a Fender Strat.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I take a little bit of
Yep,
a look at it?
please do.
You know, it does say R&D. It could be research and development. So now let's go back to the fact that this is a leather jacket and not a guitar.
Right.
Fender has never been into the leather jacket business. What you have here is you have a really, really popular company which opens them up for licensing deals. People come along all the time and say, hey, Fender, let's open up a company together and, we'll give you 10% and let us use your logo and print it on jackets. We're just gonna start a company called Fender Rockwear, where Fender really doesn't have anything to do with it. They probably get final approval of the product, and they just cash checks.
Sure.
And this was probably part of a more higher-end, upscale licensing agreement that somebody was trying to make that probably just never took off.
That makes a lot of sense.
I've never seen one like it before. How much are you looking to get out of it?
I'm looking to get $1,800.
Okay, we're talking about vintage clothing, not vintage guitars. When I look at something like this, I look at let's lay this down right here. We have a giant gap between the N and the D. That is not something you want on the chest of your jacket, because what's Fender? It's almost 2 words there, which kind of just wrecks the whole jacket for me. If you're looking for $1,800 for it, I would just have to tell you I'll pass on it altogether.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming down, though.
Thank you. I really
Okay.
appreciate it.
Take care.